Okay, so we're going to do a pod review on this pepper right here, and this is called the Corno di Capra Pepper. Pull this one off right away, give you a quick look at it. It's a very cayenne type beautiful pepper. They tend to be more stocky on the top and then really taper off to a point. Hold that in my hand so you can see. Okay, that's a typical shape for these. And they can be quite productive. I got about 5 or 6 plants grown, and I didn't get many off them because I didn't really plant them out in the sunlight. They're all kind of hidden away by the other plants, but next year we are really going to grow these out big time. We're going to get tons and tons of these peppers. So here's a good look at what they look like. That's a typical shape. Now I did an earlier pod review on this, but I'm going to pull that video down, mainly because the pods didn't fully get to their full size, whereas these did. This is about the size you want to see them. The other ones are about half the size. So this year, this time they're bigger and full size, and I'd rather do a pod review with them at this size rather than the size I originally showed, which was much smaller because they were coming out of winter. That's it. Without any further ado, let's turn you around and give it a go. Alright, today we're doing a pod review today on this pepper right here, and this is called the Corno di Capra. And it's a hot one, guys. This one is a nasty one. I've done an earlier pod review on it, and it cooked me alive. So I drank some cream today. Hopefully that should take care of the stomach part of it. Usually if I drink cream, a good glass full of solid cream, which is basically ice cream but heavy whipping cream, that really coats your stomach. So when you swallow it, you're not getting all kinds of gut pains and stuff like that. It puts the fire out when it gets down, so to speak. So here it is. This is the Corno di Capra, or Capra di Corno. I think it's Corno di Capra. Correct name will be in the description as always, guys. But that is it. That is a nasty looking sucker. And believe me when I tell you, this thing is hot, guys. This thing's got some heat on it. I'm actually hesitant on actually eating this thing, but you're even taking a bite off it. Last time I did one of these, I was cooking. So here it is. Let's give it a go. Okay, so let's let the heat build. This is the kind of pepper that makes you want to sneeze. It gets in your sinuses somehow sometimes, and for some reason it just, boom, you just got to sneeze. Okay, so there's a couple things going on with the flavor. The beginning, when I first bit it, the flavor was kind of sweet in the beginning. It was nice and sweet. Has a cayenne type of undertone to it, so it's following the cayenne theme of flavors. But then after chewing it up a little bit, it started getting tangy. I didn't care too much for the tanginess, but again, when you dry these peppers out, all of that goes out the window. It's a totally different experience with dried peppers. I do got to do reviews on dried pepper powders separately, so then that way you can understand that drying them out is a totally different story. Now this is a cayenne. Normally with these peppers you dry them out, so doing a fresh pod review doesn't really do it justice. Okay, the heat is starting to come in now, but I really like drying them. When you dry them out, the flavors come out like you wouldn't believe. Even like what normal peppers that I'm not too fond of, like habaneros. I'm not too big on habaneros anymore. And when you dry those out, they get an incredible flavor when you dry them out. It's like night and day, guys, literally. But this had a tangy flavor to it. Heat's coming in now. I would definitely have to say that the heat right now is probably pushing about 6,000. Nothing too crazy. I thought it was hotter at the beginning of the year. I ate one of these. Might be because it was early in the year for the hot peppers, and it just seemed hotter than it was. But right now, I wouldn't go too much higher than 6,000. Slightly stinging. It's mostly on the side of my mouth where I bit it and chewed it. That's where it's concentrated. And it's really coming to the back of the throat. It's really tickling up the tonsils pretty good. Not real hard, not bad, but I can feel it there mostly. And on the side of my tongue. Nothing really on the lips. Maybe on the tip of the tongue a little bit. It's all on the side where I chewed it and the back of the throat where I swallowed. other than that, I mean, it's a pretty nice burn. Can these get hotter? I've eaten some of these in the beginning of the year. They were much hotter than what I'm eating now. I would probably say they can potentially get to 10,000, maybe even a little higher. This particular one, around 6,000. It's not killer heat, but the type of heat that it is, it's slightly stinging with a warm, glowing burn on it, but slightly stinging in it. So it's not real bad, but it's the type of burn that it is. It's very nice, actually, to be honest with you. It's a pretty nice, even type of burn. But really not much more to say about this. Whatever information I can find on the net and I can scrub, I will put it in the description and title and all that good stuff. We'll give you everything we know. I will offer seeds for this at the end of the year. And that was your pod review for the Capra di Corno or Corno di Capra. I don't remember which way it went. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.